Hello, and welcome to Finder and Keeper, the podcast, a podcast for the woman who is on a journey of finding herself and keeping herself. I'm Ashley, and I'm your host. Today, I'm sitting down with my girl, Nisha, and we're talking about something I think every woman has her own definition of, being a girl's girl. What does it actually mean, and how do you show up for your friends without losing yourself in the process? We got into all of that. The unspoken rules, the boundaries, and the lessons we've learned along the way. So get comfortable and let's get into it. Well, Nisha, it is lovely to see you again. How are
Yes,
you?
ma'am. I'm doing good. How are
I'm doing pretty good. So for those that are listening, this is actually not our first time doing this episode. Trial and error on the first time, but we
you?
are
Definitely.
back ready and we're going to have a fun conversation about being a girl's girl. And there was no other girl's girl that I thought of speaking to today, but Miss Nisha.
Thank you, Ashley. Love you so much. So
Yes, let me
sweet.
to
Oh, I
oh
got heart. Okay, hold on. Let me
what?
not be
Hold
doing
on,
that the whole
wait.
episode.
Does that work for me? No. Okay.
All right.
But before we get into this conversation, I want to start with something a little fun. I want to play a
Okay.
little game. So, this game is called Girl Code. So, basically, I'm going to read off a scenario. And then if you feel like it's girl code, then you just say girl code. If you feel like, no, you don't have to do that, then you can just say no. And if you want to say no,
Okay.
you can say why.
Okay.
Okay,
Cute.
so first question. Let's go with a basic one. Not telling your friend her outfit looks bad before going out.
Not telling her.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's not girl code.
Period. Exactly. We need to let them know.
Yeah, that's not girl code.
Okay. Canceling plans last minute for a date. So you going out with your girls, but then you got a date, so now you kind of want to cancel.
That's not girl code.
So, see, I was a little bit back and forth with that one because I'm like, okay, what if it's someone that maybe the girls are rooting for too, and you want to
It could
go
go
on a
either
date?
way.
Yeah. Yeah,
It
I
could
was
go
like
either way.
50-50. I was
Cause you know
50-50.
what? If I told my homegirl, like, hey girl, he talking about taking me to somewhere, she like, oh, you know what? Bet, go ahead and do that. 'Cause,
Because I think we've all been in
yeah,
that situation.
for
Now, if
sure.
it's somebody who you don't need to be going on a date with, yeah, it's gonna girl code.
Exactly.
Don't skip on us. Mm-mm.
Exactly. Yeah. So that could go either way.
Okay. All right. Keeping your friend's secret even if her man asks.
Yeah, girl code.
Girl code. Yeah, we already knew that one.
Hmm.
Hmm. Posting a group photo where she doesn't look good.
Oh yeah, that's not girl code. Don't be having me looking crazy. My homegirl just told me
Right.
that. She said, Renisha, I look drunk. I said, do you want me to delete? I put her in my dunk. I was like, do you want me to delete the photo? I promise you I will. I thought we all look cute. But she was like, I look drunk. I said,
Right.
my bad.
That's so funny. I feel like sometimes when I take group pictures, I'm really examining everybody. I'm like,
Me too.
is
Real bad.
everybody good? Like,
Hmm.
cause please, I'm not trying to make nobody look bad in a picture.
No, and I want us all to be tens.
Exactly. All right, so two more questions. Flirting with your friends, almost situationship.
Mm-mm. Not girl
Okay.
code.
Girl code. Okay. Not girl code. Yeah. I'm like, did I say that right? Okay.
Yes,
And
you did.
I did the last one. Telling your friend the truth, even when it might hurt her feelings.
Girl code.
Period. I love
Sorry,
that. That was
sister.
fun. That was fun.
Hmm.
I love little games like that.
Me
Especially, I wish
too.
do they actually have a girl code game? I feel like I've seen that somewhere.
I have not seen one, actually. That's so funny. Go ahead and invent it.
Oh, speaking of girl code, did you ever watch that TV show back on
I know.
MTV? I love.
Oh my gosh. And you know what's crazy is I remember that, but I did not watch that. And I remember it coming on
Really?
MTV.
Oh my
Yes. Couldn't
God.
even tell you what it was about.
I love that TV show. It had comedians that were like I guess maybe host or whatever other show, and
Hmm.
it was just so many different scenarios, and they would just be telling all types of stories, and I used to love that TV show. It was probably it was pretty vulgar, some of the things that they would talk about on there, but
Is that when like Room Raiders, MTV Cribs, all that stuff? Or like
Yes.
in like ridiculousness and like all that era?
Yes, definitely.
Okay.
That's when it
Yeah.
was. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I didn't
Okay,
watch
okay.
it.
Yeah, it was a good show. But all right, so let's get into today's conversation. I really just want to know, how did you become a girl's girl? What was friendship for you when you were young, and kind of where did that even come from for you?
Yeah, so like during school, I would say more like high school and stuff, like I always kept like close friends around me, like people that I was friends with in like from middle school and then all the
Mm-hmm.
way, up to like high school. And obviously, things have changed and stuff like that, but I've always loved having like a close group of friends and like girlfriends. Like I knew that we were doing everything together.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I feel like those relationships were so important early on because it honestly taught me like how to be a better friend, how to like feel my emotions and like
Mm-hmm.
just a lot of growth in those areas too. Because when you are like young like that, middle school, high school, some things are a little immature,
Yeah, they are.
and as you get older, you be like, okay, that was silly, but you can take those lessons and apply them, to your adult friendships because essentially, those your adult friendships are relationships too.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and then what was your other question? I'm sorry.
Really, how did you become a girl's girl?
Yeah, and I don't know. I just well having sisters, obviously.
Yeah.
So like, yeah, just literally my one brother was the only boy in the household. So
Oh
like
wow,
having
only one boy.
only
Oh
one boy
wow.
until my mom had a baby, like a
Mm-hmm.
surprise surprise baby back in like 2016. But for a long time it was only like my two other sisters and my brother. And I have
Mm-hmm.
four other sisters on my dad's side. So
Mm-hmm.
um having my sisters, like having that close bond and that close relationship, like having like the support and like just being able to just talk about anything and like
Mm-hmm.
sharing like your wins with them, like knowing that they'll be happy for you. I think definitely started there too. And
Yeah.
then yep, just like that sounds so crazy, but like movies, like during that like my young time, like just having like a good like group of friends was always important, like having a soul sister, like a
Yeah.
soulmate. A soul
Yeah.
I love that. It feels so good.
It does. It's nothing beats just having that group of friends, because you always need somebody to lean on, somebody to talk to, and
Exactly.
having that group of friends, no matter if you were a teenager to now, it really
Hmm.
just makes life just so much more enjoyable. So when you
Exactly.
were a teenager versus now,
Hmm.
what were your what was your definition of like a girl's girl when you were a teenager versus what it
Hmm.
is now?
Like not not being as honest with my friends as I should have. Like
Mm-hmm.
some things I should have been more honest about. But how do you do that? Because you just want to have your friends back, right? You don't
Exactly.
want it to look like, oh, you're not my friend because of this, or you know how like during that time being a teenager, you just wanted to like have your friends back and just be there for them. But looking back, I would have been like, I should have been more honest.
Mm-hmm.
And
I think we
that
all
yeah,
struggled with that, to be honest. When we were, I
yeah,
know when I was in like middle school, high school, friendships, I mean, they were genuine, but for the
yeah,
most part, you were kind of clicking with maybe who might have been popular or who might have been maybe on the same
exactly.
team as you. You're really friends with people
Mhm,
because of the proximity of you all
mhm,
being there. But
literally.
yeah, it's like when I think about some of just the pettiest things, it's like,
Oh yes, yeah.
was I really your friend? Like, or I don't think that was really
Same.
friends
That's
type of
I didn't
thing.
know how to word. Yes, I didn't know how to word it, but yes, looking back, like, mm,
And
yeah,
I can,
honesty
yeah, yeah,
should have definitely played a big part in that. And like in my adult friendships now, I think like um we could just tell it to each other, like it is, and like none of
mhm,
us will get mad or upset about it.
mhm,
Because There is no ill intention, you know,
Mm-hmm.
behind someone telling you something which can get misconstrued. So I
Yeah.
think that's important, especially when it's like your dog, like
Mm-hmm.
your girl, like you know, it's no malice, you know, behind
Yeah.
that. So,
Yeah, I can agree with that. I think maybe when we were kids, we really followed friendships or people blindly because we really didn't know any better. But
hmm
now I don't think we really do too much of that. How do you manage not following your friends that you have now blindly and really just being, genuine and honest?
yeah, like just not forgetting who I am, because like I will say, Sierra just told me this. She was like, you, like, even Dorisha can tell you this too, my sister. Like, she was like, you have so many people like in your life, and
Mm-hmm.
like, you know, and I've built like good relationships and stuff. But I think like honestly, just staying like true to myself, and continue to be that honest person. Like, it's not like I'm just trying to be everybody's friend, but
Mm-hmm.
honestly, just being myself is what I'm doing. And then I know that, you know, my girls that are near and dear, you know, just staying genuine and like true to that, you know, not swaying away from that. Um, and yeah, I think that's what that looks like, you know, for me.
Yeah, I think knowing you personally, you really have a type of, I'll say, aura around you that attracts a lot of people. Now, I'm not you, so I don't know how genuine most of the people that it attracts are, but from what I see when it comes to like people supporting you
hmm
and just genuinely just being there for you, from what I see that a lot. So it does seem like what you give off, you're getting that back, because
For
you
sure.
are a genuine and a good friend. So I think you definitely get that back just from
Yes.
watching.
Yes. And like the just going more into that topic too, like like being a girl's girl, like becoming one, like the more that if when I see anybody do anything, like I am a serial story liker, commenter. See, I mean everything. Find me on everything. I'm always in the section every time. And I don't know, it's just something about that that's just like, oh my gosh, like
hmm
I don't know. I love doing that.
Yeah.
I just love it.
Yeah.
But
Mhm.
yeah, sorry. But
No,
that
you're fine.
probably
Go
goes
ahead.
into more like the energy that you put out is what you get reciprocated.
hmm
So yeah, just like touching on that a little bit.
Okay. Yeah. No, I definitely agree with that. I do feel like we're kind of in this era though where a lot of people aren't as supportive as maybe other people.
Yeah.
Can you kind of speak to that or why you think not everyone is just, thumbs up or I love this picture, just
hmm
always cheering someone else on?
Yeah, I know. And it's so hard because like um, you know, I could be posting something that I'm doing or that I enjoy and gets so much less attention rather than me posting something else and get the most. Like when I
Mm-hmm.
when I post my boyfriend, I get the most attention. But if
Oh my
I'm posting
God. Yeah.
something content related wise or you know trying to support me wise, then it's just like it's crickets. But
Mm-hmm.
honestly, the people that I know like that rock with me and like that genuine support system that I have, I mean, I really don't worry about the watchers because it's just like, okay.
Mm-hmm.
And just honestly, you know, continuing to show up for myself, being my authentic self. I think people really struggle with that. They might
Mm-hmm.
find it cringe, but it's like, this is real life.
Yeah.
Like this is just, you know, this is just me being myself. And I know that people that love me and support me are gonna show up regardless. So
Mm-hmm.
that
Yeah.
doesn't really matter.
Yeah, when you stated that you get a lot of love towards posts with your significant other as opposed to yourself, I think that is something
hmm
that I've seen talked about.
hmm
And I think it's more of a societal thing. Like a lot of times people will value, when you look at a woman, a lot of times some people might have this mindset that the best thing you can do is get a man or get
hmm
married or
Oh
things like
gosh,
that.
yes.
And they find that to be the greatest thing that you ever do. So I wonder if that is kind of why a lot of people more so are celebrating when we post pictures of our partner or things like that, as opposed to showing our own victories.
Exactly.
So it's kind of crazy just how like societal norms can play into some of the smallest things, like just a picture that you post.
Girl, I'm talking about the most views I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
And then next thing you know, I'm posting something and yeah, it's
Mm-hmm.
crazy. But yeah.
Yeah. Well, can you share like a moment from past friendships that kind of have changed your view or shaped your view of friendships now?
Yeah, definitely having uncomfortable conversations. Like
Mm-hmm.
early on, I know with one of my friends, they literally just told me how they felt about how I was moving, and I was like, "No, you're right."
Mm-hmm.
Like I was moving funny. I was moving that way, and from then I really took that and I took it serious, and that's we're still, you know, friends to this day. And I feel like when you do have someone who is trying to talk to you about something, if it is uncomfortable, and if it's your friend, then you should just be able to accept that and be like, okay, you know
Mm-hmm.
what, I have been slipping in this area. Let me work on that. Let me fix that. There's literally nothing
Mm-hmm.
wrong with that. So, and I appreciated that. And um again, that's how I'm able to have conversations, with my friends if needed. It's never any weird energy or anything like that. We know we can be open and honest with each other.
Mm-hmm. Do you feel like you've ever gotten feedback on how you may be acting that wasn't genuine?
Yeah, no. Um Now I'm thinking about it, I'm like, I've had some serious conversations, but I could probably count on like one hand.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but no, I don't think like any feedback that I've gotten wasn't genuine.
Mm-hmm.
To them telling me about to them like a previous friendship, I was like maybe to her, she probably didn't view it like that, like I was coming across genuine, but I honestly was. But
Mm-hmm.
whatever. But yeah, I think like personally from what I experienced, yes, very genuine. I feel like you can always tell if something's off or it's like, hmm, that was, so yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Hmm. Yeah.
So let's kind of move into the girls rules that you can keep and then like the ones that you can break. So what are some friendship rules that still matter to you today?
Support, number one, but not just like the surface level support, like
Mm-hmm.
genuine, real, like support. And whatever I may be going through family wise or relationship wise, like anything that I may need to confide in you about something, just like being there, honestly, being honest, being genuine,
Mm-hmm.
obviously making time for each other when we can, making sure that energy is being reciprocated, making sure that it doesn't feel like a one-sided friendship. um, I have been told this before, like, I feel like I'm always reaching out to you, or I feel like I'm like, okay, let me make sure I'm putting in the effort too, because that's important.
Mm-hmm.
So yep, it reciprocating energy, making sure it's not one-sided. I feel like that's really important, because if people see you're always the one initiating, then
Yeah.
they're not gonna want to
Mm-hmm.
keep doing that, because it's just
Yeah.
like, girl, I'm always hitting you up, like, do you care about me? You care about how I'm doing? So
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
I like that. So
Hmm.
this one is going to be probably a little bit more difficult to think about.
Yeah.
But this one is, what are some things that you've learned are okay to let go of, such as like rules?
Oof, baby, I was ready to answer this one because I just got PTSD. Um, have staying friends with someone just based on the length of time,
Exactly. Yeah.
like literally. It does not matter how long y'all have been friends or what history that you guys have. If it's not serving you anymore, and if it's bringing you down,
Mm-hmm.
can't do it anymore.
Yeah,
Cannot
I
do it.
agree. I agree with that one. I think, and I do have a lot of long-term friendships, but I
Hmm.
think it is so talked about that, oh, I've had this friend for 20, 30, however many
Hmm.
years. And it's like, well, how often have they showed up for you? what was your friendship built off of, and what
Mm,
is sustaining it now? Because a lot of
exactly.
times you have these friendships, but you're not really friends for real. You kind of like, happy birthday, congratulations,
Mm,
congratulations. But
mm,
to me, that's an associate. I think a
mm-hmm.
friend is somebody like a friend. Like if
Surface
I call
level.
some, yeah, very surface level. I think a friend for me is someone that I really consider like my sister, someone
Exactly.
who I can call on when, I'm grieving, when I'm going through like a breakup or something, or just anything in general that is really deep. I feel like that is the type of friendships that you really want to hold on to. And you could meet somebody next week that has a stronger or better relationship than somebody that you've known for like 10 plus
Oh,
years. So,
literally.
yeah, I really agree with that, the time frame thing. So, I'm definitely with you when it comes to
Mm-hmm.
just like time and
Yeah.
friendships. Yeah. So, have you ever had to like pull away from friendships because of boundaries, or how
Mm-hmm.
do you kind of go about setting those boundaries in friendships?
Yeah, for sure. I definitely had a toxic friendship a few years ago, and I knew it was toxic,
Hmm.
but I wasn't gonna let anyone tell me what to do or talk about my friend or how maybe how she moves. But the more that I was maturing, just getting older and just like seeing things from a different lens, like I was just like, whoa, this is toxic, and I need to set, some boundaries. Like,
Hmm.
so very hard. But honestly, it was for the best because that was one of the relationships that was based on time as well. And I was kind of just tolerating at this point, but I was honestly so exhausted. It was draining me bad,
Hmm.
really, really bad. So yeah, as uncomfortable as it was, and you do grieve things like that too. Um, I had to just learn how to let go, and
Hmm.
honestly, very cordial, like but sometimes I'm reminded why
Yeah.
we in two different spaces.
Yeah.
You know, congrats on everything that you're doing. Love,
Hmm.
but yeah, just in two different spaces, and like had to make those boundaries clear, honey, and I'm still standing on it.
Standing on business.
I'm standing on
Okay.
business.
Okay. No,
Big
but
business.
no, but I think it's really good to realize when, maintaining a friendship is no longer being beneficial to you, or like you're losing yourself just trying to be a good
Ooh,
friend.
hello.
Yeah. Do you ever feel like that, or well, I guess you kind of talked about it, losing yourself. Did you feel like you were, or were you just like, okay, this is toxic?
No, I didn't feel like I was losing myself. I just felt like it was just so toxic. Like
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it was just emotionally draining. And then it was like, okay, oh, we got a high moment. Oh, we got a peak. And then something would happen. And it just get knocked right back down. I'm like, bro, I can keep doing this. This is crazy.
Yeah.
And
Mm-hmm.
then, also, I think another code for me is also having consider like being considerate, um and like not being like obviously you can be selfish with some things, right? But
Yeah.
just being considerate as well is something that I would say. um I, Growing up with so many siblings, and like I have my selfish ways now, like very, very small things, like I like my alone time.
Yeah.
And now since I got that space to myself, like growing up in the
Yeah.
house with all my siblings, like my long time. But I will say like this, like being considerate and being like thought, and stuff like that, that really does go a long way too. I feel like
Mm-hmm.
that's a girl code.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
I definitely agree with that. I think having siblings definitely, I feel like people who have siblings do make really good, either they can make really good friends or they can be very bad friends. There's
exactly,
no
could
in
go either way.
between.
No, literally, yes.
Yes. Yes. Because I have what, three siblings, and consideration is like a big thing. And I had two brothers and one sister. So it was really split. So I definitely agree with being considerate and really
Yeah,
understanding. And when you've grown up with siblings and like you with sisters, you pick that up, and you in general too, because you grew up with just sisters, so you really learned
Mm-hmm.
what it was like to really be a girl's girl and really be
Mm-hmm.
there for each other. So I love that. I love
Yeah.
that. Yeah. And I know before when we talked, you kind of talked a little bit about your mom and how watching her kind of
Mm-hmm.
encouraged you to be the woman that you are today. Can you kind of speak about that?
Yeah. Like growing up, my mom had the same road dogs, and even then my mom, even though she may not be as close with some of her girls anymore, she still surrounded herself with such great people. And obviously we go
Mm-hmm.
through different phases in life, and I'm growing up and I'm learning that now. But
Mm-hmm.
honestly, my mom, like, she kept some really good, like, girlfriends around her. Any like celebrations, any cookouts that we had, like, she always involved,
Mm-hmm.
everyone. My parents are very social, very, like, friendly, funny, so just like seeing that and seeing my mom and how she interacted with, like, other women and how she took care of them too, like making
Mm-hmm.
sure that they were good, like hospitality wise, or just, being on the phone. Like, I used to be like, oh, what? Now I can get the
I'm talking
tea because
about.
now I can get the tea because I'm older. But, like, when I tell you, I wanted to know what my mama and her friends was talking about so bad, and she would just keep key. And then, like, I've seen her go through so many things with her friends, them coming over when they're going through something,
Mm-hmm.
going out to eat, going to concerts, like all that stuff. Seeing that, it was very, very important, to me. And she had a good balance because, she had us and being married and everything like that. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I love that because she made time for the women in her life, that are important to her. So
Yeah,
yeah.
I
I was
lait
like,
that.
I can't wait to do that. Girl,
I
she
know,
wants to the
right?
bar on Friday, honey. She want a happy hour. I said, oh,
Now look at you.
I can't
A little
wait.
espresso martini, me, please.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah,
That's so
yeah.
funny. No, I think when you're growing up, you really see like the true definition of friendship and support when in certain situations when it comes to like your parents. I know when my grandparents passed, seeing how my parents' friends showed up for them in that time was just like, this is what I want. This is the type of
Mm-hmm.
community that I want around me. There was people bringing food. There was people like just helping out in any way that they could. And I'm just like,
Mm-hmm.
it's just so crazy how the village, how you also maintain your friendships can
Literally.
create such a strong village around you.
Yes. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And I know you spoke a little bit about how your mom was like basically, maintaining herself, but then also having friends and all of that. How do you
Mm-hmm.
maintain your own boundaries while still being supportive?
Yeah, I'm quick. No. And I don't
You
feel
say
like
you
there's
quick
nothing
with a
wrong
no.
with, yeah, I'm quick with a no, and I don't feel like there's nothing wrong with that. But yeah, like,
Mm-hmm.
um, yeah, I think that's okay. Like, just, you know, if you're not feeling something, or if that's not something that, you really want to do, I think it's cool to tell your friends, like, hey, I'm not really
Yeah.
cool with that, or I'm not really down with that, but,
Mm-hmm.
so
Yeah. It doesn't even have to be something that serious. It could just be
yeah,
because I know you're on your like fitness journey, health, all of that. It could just be something as simple as, no, I don't want to take 10 shots tonight. I'm going to the
right.
gym
No,
at 5 o'clock
literally,
in the morning. So
literally me on Sunday, I told my homegirls they wanted to kind of stay out, and I was just like, y'all, it's Sunday night, one. It's 9 o'clock, two. I need to be heading home. Yeah.
yeah,
And I
Sunday at
and
nine
I
o'clock.
rallied, girl. My head was pounding, but, I still
Oof.
showed up for my girl because it was her birthday. I was like, y'all, me and my homegirl was looking at each other. She was like, yeah, it's time. I said, yeah. Mm-mm. Hey, all right, y'all. Look, all right, well. I always do that when
Well,
that well coming. Yeah. Well, all right, I'm gonna let you.
no, that's my favorite word. If I
Yes.
say, well, that
Well,
means it's about to come
it's
to an
about to wrap it
end.
up, and I get it too. And I get it too.
OG,
But yeah,
that's
I
still
don't
my
know why I was
secret.
thinking so deep into the question, but yes, like just stuff like that. But
Mm-hmm. No,
hmm
it's completely fine. Um, so how do you feel like your com your friendships have evolved in your late 20s and almost, okay, 30 for me, but
no,
late 20s for you?
literally. Um, Honestly, just the more that we go through things, the more that we have to lean on each other.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I just appreciate that more than ever. Um, and just honestly cherishing and knowing how important it is to have a good friend in your life, even if it is just one.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have to have, you know, a lot of people, even if it's just one. I just feel like it's so important because you do need, like, we be in our heads a lot, and it's okay to like keep some things with, to yourself. But
Mm-hmm.
there is literally nothing like spending time with your homegirls or like a good friend, even if and not that you have to tell everybody your business, even if it's just to get out the house or just to
Mm-hmm.
breathe for a second or like whatever that looks like. Um, I just really do appreciate that time more. I'm going to a sleepover tonight. No, we're not really a sleepover
Oh,
but we doing like a fall night. So I'm
yeah.
actually going, I'm going with my girl. And this was so impromptu. Like we were supposed to do R&B night and they were like, we want to do a fall night and order pizza, wings, watch movies, drink
Oh, I
wine.
love that. I
So
need to
yes,
write that
like,
down.
yes, and like I love doing things with the girls. Like anytime we can do anything, I just love that. Spending time with each other and incorporating
Mm-hmm.
something fun like that. So, yeah, I think we've
Yeah.
all been like, yeah, the more that we get older, the like things be getting hard, things get like for real tough, like life be life. And I feel like we really do need our homegirls. So,
Yeah, you definitely need that support
and
system.
not just
I
on a
Yeah.
burden level, like, but just in general, in all aspects. Like, you just need a
Mm-hmm.
good kiki. You need some time to be unserious.
Yeah. No, life be
Think
too serious.
life be life, and it's just, yeah, not to burden your friend or like, oh, like, or trauma dump or anything like that. It's just
Mm-hmm.
simply just live, laugh, love. Sometimes breath
That's
of fresh
funny.
air.
Yeah.
Hmm
That's so funny because no, me and my friend, we actually, my best friend, we have this thing where if we are going to do some dumping, we usually ask each other, do
I
you have
love
the
that.
capacity? Like,
Hello.
hey, do you have the
Hmm
capacity? Okay, well, let me tell you this. So
Yes.
I feel like that has
Yes.
really helped so much because
Where did
sometimes you
you hear that?
can't. I
Because I
don't know.
literally heard that from somewhere, and they were like, and it's just about having, you know,
Probably
just making
TikTok,
sure
honestly.
that they're in the correct headspace to handle something
Mm-hmm.
that you're about to say, like being considerate, right? But yes, I seen that somewhere, Ashley, I swear, and it was like, do you have the capacity to talk about this right now? Like, where are you, like, because sometimes girl be getting off work, I'm like, honey, I don't have the mental
Right.
capacity. Yes, love
No.
that. Yes, I heard that
Yeah,
from
and
someone.
plus, like you said, you can tell people, things about your life, but most of the times, your friends aren't telling you every
Everything.
single thing. So it might be
Mm-hmm.
something they didn't tell you, and then you just come and spill your whole tea about whatever happened to you today, and they're just like, can you not? Like,
Exactly.
I
Yes,
can't
girl.
handle that right now.
Mm-hmm.
So the last thing that I kind of want to get into is just social media when it comes to friendships.
Mm-hmm.
And do you feel like it helps or do you feel like it hurts kind of this girl energy that we have going on? Because I'll often see videos about low maintenance
Oh, yeah,
friendships
yeah,
and
yeah.
then high maintenance friendships.
Mm-hmm.
And then, there's talks about birthdays and all of
Mm.
this.
Oh,
So
child.
yeah. So do you feel like social media is helping in a way, or do you feel like it might be hurting that type of energy?
Yeah, I feel like in some ways it is hurting because, and I'm sorry, I'm just not the one. I can't even, like, if I really need to vent about something, I'm gonna just do it in my notes. So I'm gonna tell my man or my sisters. But there is no way that I would just get on the internet and try to embarrass somebody. And I think that's where we go wrong. Like, people just put everyone in their business and exposing their friends. And even if they are going through like a hard time or like a vulnerable moment, it's just so weird to me. Um, because yeah, and then you're bringing other people to invite their opinions in y'all's situation, and then that's when the friendship is really done after you put it on the internet.
Yeah.
And I just feel like, yeah, like, that's never something that I would do. I don't surround myself with people like that.
Hmm.
So,
Yeah.
but yeah, like, in a way, yeah, definitely can be like, hurtful. And I'm just glad that I don't
Hmm.
associate with people like
Yeah.
that. Because that
Yeah.
is like, and us as viewers, it's just like,
Yeah. You're like,
sometimes
whoa.
yeah, we're like, whoa, or like, and sometimes I'm like, oh my gosh, like I could never do that. Like,
Yeah. It's
and I
nasty.
want, yeah, it's very nasty. It's very nasty. And it's like, yeah, like have some humility, like
Hmm.
it's just, yeah. So that's, ooh.
Yeah, and it feels like people are so obsessed with the views and the likes that they will
Mm-hmm.
take some type of situation that they might be going through with a friend and then turn
Yes.
it into a viral moment. And it's like
Mm-hmm.
you might have actually wanted to fix things with your friends, but you
No,
just told
literally.
like a million people your whole friend's business. And now not only did you embarrass her, but you kind of make yourself look silly in a way too.
No, literally.
It's just, yeah, I really hate that aspect of like the social media world that we live in today. And then it's also, it, it's kind of like a highlight reel too. So
Exactly.
oftentimes, if there are friends that aren't doing, like the cattiness, but you
Mm-hmm.
might see relationships just for like friendships just for Instagram or social media. Like I
Oh
feel like I
yeah.
see a lot of influencers that are friends with each other that aren't really friends. And I just like, what is this?
Yes, same, same.
Mm,
It's a weird thing. Yeah, yeah, for sure.
yeah, it's
Got to
just
be careful
strange.
with that, with that friend word. Don't use it loosely.
Yeah. And as for you as a content creator, and I know you've gone to different events, how has it been just meeting other women and potentially making friends with the women that you meet at other influencer events?
Yeah, as outgoing as I am, I feel so small in those spaces sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
And like trying to start conversations or trying to like approach someone to like ask them like, hey, my like nerve-wracking, truthfully,
Mm-hmm.
because I'm usually with someone, or it's never like I'm doing things by myself. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm still kind of getting used to that. And honestly, like sometimes, and maybe I need to do better, but sometimes if I'm not greeted with with the energy, like I'm just kind of like, or if I'm coming in, or if I'm smiling, or if I'm like, trying to be personal or like comment or thing like that, and I'm not, it's the same energy, it's not being reciprocated. I kind of just shrink my, like, go back into my little hole.
Like, oh, sorry.
I'm like, oh yeah. So it has been challenging.
Mm-hmm.
Um, yeah, because sometimes you feel so small and you like, what, how do you engage? Like, again, you wouldn't think it's hard because I can literally talk to a brick wall. It can be a little intimidating.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Yeah, it's probably just going to take repetition because you do have
no,
a big
literally.
personality and you can talk to a brick wall. So,
Yes.
yeah,
So I'm just
it's
like,
just probably
dang,
take
why I feel
time.
like that? Imposter
Hmm.
syndrome? I don't know.
That might be it. It might genuinely be it. Maybe next time you have to just go into the event
No,
and like,
literally.
actually, everybody knows me. So,
Mm-hmm. Yes. I love that.
yeah,
I
yeah,
love that.
yeah. Well, if you could
Mm-hmm.
teach one lesson about female friendship that you wish everyone knew, what would it be?
Yeah. Have your boundaries. And making sure that you are being honest, being genuine, staying true to yourself, making time for your friends, and also just reciprocating the energy in a friendship, because essentially it is like a relationship, and you
Mm-hmm.
do have, it does, like, you both have to like put in effort. And yeah, if that looks like low maintenance or if that looks like high maintenance
High
or
maintenance.
whatever y'all want to call it, whatever keeps y'all solid. I would
Mm-hmm.
say that those are my things. So for me,
Okay.
making
Uh,
time for each other,
yeah.
planning
Okay.
dates and all that.
Well, before we wrap up, I do want to ask you a few quick questions, and these
Yes,
should be kind of fun. So, my first one is, if you had to describe the modern girl's girl in one sentence, what would it be?
showing up. Oh dang, that's 2 words.
Well, it could be a sentence. So, however long your sentence is, you put a comma in there too.
Showing up. Showing up, period. In
Period.
all
I love that.
aspects.
I love
Mm-hmm.
that.
Showing
Especially
up.
in the world that we live in today. Like, just
Yes,
show up
just
for your
show up.
friends.
Hello.
Yeah, it's not that
Community.
hard.
You want a
What's that thing?
village? Show up. Hello.
Love that. All right. So, what's one piece of advice you'd give someone who's trying to be a good friend?
The mental capacity that we talked about. Yeah, having boundaries, I think that's like the number one thing because sometimes you don't always have to be like that listening ear for uh,
Exactly.
everything. So having those
Mm-hmm.
boundaries, protecting your peace and stuff like that, like that's
Yeah,
totally okay. That doesn't mean you're being shady or you're not being there for your friend. It's simply having boundaries. People have to respect it. So
I love
yeah,
that
that
one.
mental capacity, having the mental capacity for some things, having boundaries. Hmm.
I
Yes.
love that. All right. My last one is, what's one rule that you've actually broken that strengthened your friendships?
Mm. Forgetting who my real friends were someone that, you know, was just like, uh, how do I say this? Like, it was like, what I'm trying to say is like, don't lose yourself in other people and forget like who really has your back and who really has like your best interests, if that makes
Yeah.
sense. Like,
Yeah.
don't run off with somebody that you just met because, oh, it's fun, it's new, and you forget about
Mm-hmm.
who your real like friends are.
Mm-hmm.
I have done that and that has strengthened my relationships like when I was like teenage, like early, years, a little
Yeah.
bit like um after high school and stuff like that. I was like, whoa, let me wait a minute. Yeah, so yeah. It's okay to make new friends, but just make
Mm-hmm.
make sure that you still, you still showing up for your day ones too.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hmm.
Especially when they are like genuine
Yeah,
with
exactly.
friends. It's like,
Hmm.
okay, this is nice and fun and shiny and new, but this is real.
Yeah,
So,
hello, exactly. Yep. And that goes back
yeah.
to the boundaries thing too, like,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, knowing
It
how
all
to
wraps
separate.
up. Mm-hmm.
Exactly. Yeah.
I love that. Well,
Yes.
Nisha, thank
I
you
know.
so much for taking the time to talk to me again.
Anytime, anytime. This was so much better too. You had me real. I said, yeah, brain working, honey, right off the dome.
I felt like this was fun.
No, it
Our
was.
last conversation, I honestly can't even remember everything that we
Girl,
talked
it was
about,
good
but
though. I was getting
it
emotional.
was.
I don't know what you
Yeah.
asked me to, but I said, get it together. Thank you.
I think I asked something in regards to like your relationships with your sisters and how
Yes,
that
yeah, that made me emotional. I love
yeah,
my
we love that
sisters.
one. Yeah.
Yes.
It's great watching your relationship. It really it's kind of inspirational. I love it. I love
Oh,
watching
thank
how you
you.
interact with your sisters. So,
Thank you so much.
well, thank you so much again for speaking with me. And
Yes,
where can the people
anytime.
find ya?
Yes, ma'am. Instagram, Nisha, NESHAA _Bugatti, BUGATTI. And then TikTok, Ronesha Jelaine. So that's Ronesha, RONESHA, Jelaine, GELAINE. And that's on TikTok and on YouTube. That's where I'm at.
Love it.
Yes.
Period. Thank you.
Yes, anytime. Thank you for having me. Love you. Bye.
Love you too. A big thank you to Nisha for coming on and being so real with us. I love conversations like this because they remind me that being a girl's girl isn't about perfection or popularity. It's about respect, awareness, and showing up with love. And if you enjoyed this episode, share it with your girls, leave a rating, and tag us. I love seeing y'all takeaways. But until next time, this is Finder and Keeper.